This is Designed Happy, the podcast where we talk about the human side of home design, remodeling, and new construction. I'm Katie.
And I'm TJ, and today we're reviewing HOUZZ's home trend predictions for 2026. And a little peek behind the curtain, Katie and I are actually recording this in 2025, but you're hearing it in 2026. There's like, I don't know, a 4-week gap because of the way we're timing this, where we're recording in end of December, and you're
Yeah,
listening at the end of January.
no, it's completely intentional. We didn't want to lie to our listeners. We know that they are the caliber of audience that would be able to sniff out inauthenticity.
Uh-huh.
And so we knew we couldn't fool them. We knew we couldn't fool them. Um, anything you are predicting for the new year for 2026? Can I start by saying, I like an even number year. I like
Oh,
an even
really?
number year. Yeah.
So every other year you're disappointed? Like,
Yes. Couldn't you tell this whole year? I've
That's
just
what it's
been.
been. Just
Yeah.
every time you write the date down or look at the calendar.
What's wrong, Katie? You want to talk? No.
I'll be better in January.
Yeah, there's something about I've known this about me since I was little. I've had like certain things that I've been like, it's off when it's this way. And odd number years is one of them. I think it's
It's
I think it's
unbelievable.
well, my birthday is a very like even number. 10 to 84. Can I say now everyone knows. Send me gifts. But I think maybe what are we talking about today?
We're talking about your birthday. This is the
Oh,
episode about your birthday, Katie.
oh, good. I have so much to say. No, back to, do
We're
you have
talking
any
about trends.
predictions for this year? I'm asking,
Predictions.
yes. Yeah. I want to start with you because you actually kind of follow sports teams, and this
I do.
seems like a thing people do for sports teams, like predicting success or something.
Uh,
Oh,
well,
no.
well, I'm from New York and I'm a New York sports fan. So there hasn't been a ton of success. And my favorite sports football and the New York Giants are just woof, not good. But there's hope. There's some hope for next year with the rookies. So that's
Really? Is there
yeah.
always hope with rookies, or is there?
No, not always. Not always, but we haven't had a quarterback in a long time, and Jackson Dart, at least as of this recording, seems prime. He's bringing some energy to the team. I don't know if that's going to lead to success next season, Katie, but
So no predictions, but hope. A little.
there's hope. Yeah, there's hope. The most hope I think is I'm not a huge basketball fan, but the Knicks are playing really well. They I don't know a
Th-
lot about the in-season tournament, but they won it.
This is, yeah, this, as someone who doesn't follow, I know enough about, like, people have been really jazzed about the Knicks
Yeah.
for the last, since whatever they played this year. That's, yes.
What is the NBA Cup? I don't know. I
Yeah.
I think that I know a lot about football and very little about everything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Uh, so cautious hope. Hope with a caveat when it comes to football, and maybe
Yeah.
some more justified optimism when it comes to basketball.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I think New Yorkers can be the most excited for the. And, anybody can root for the Knicks. You don't have to be a New Yorker. We accept everybody. That's
Well,
fine.
that's
You can, hop on the bandwagon. We're happy to have you.
well, that's okay. Well, that's interesting because I was going to say I'm originally from New England and didn't have to do a lot of predicting when it came to football.
Oh no.
because I mean, once we got Brady, didn't have to do a lot of predicting because it's like we just won all
Yeah.
the time. But I mean, the heat between the heated rivalry between the Sox and the Yankees
Hmm.
didn't leave me feeling like New York was particularly welcoming of anybody. You can jump on the
Not
bandwagon.
not from Boston. No. Nope. That's
That's fair.
that's a yeah. We are so far off the rails here, Katie.
Oh no, I think we're getting to the heart of I think we're
Is
getting
it?
to the heart of
Are
things.
we?
Yeah. We're getting on a new rail. But then I moved to the Baltimore area where it's like we don't predict things in a different way because the Orioles have so much heart. But like we're just gonna love and support them no matter what happens.
That's
So I've
sweet.
never, even as a non-sports person, I've never had to be a part of those discussions really. My um more my area of expertise is like celebrity gossip and celebrity coupling predictions. So
Yeah, like decoupling or coupling.
mm, usually I prefer the decoupling variety, or that's more my vein. Like I don't know if you've heard, but Katy Perry and uh former Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Have you
I,
heard of him?
of him, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know
Well,
how Katie. How are they connected? I don't know. I don't
they're
know this.
dating. They're
Wow.
I know. I know, which I'm not as good as I used to be, but I do know that they're currently, as of this recording, dating, and there is just no way that can sustain. So that's my prediction. If they even make it through the rest of this year, 2026, we're going to see the end of that relationship. Um, in coupling news, though, I have to say I kind of keep a constant pulse on what the heck Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner are doing because and I wonder if they're going to like really formally come back together in 2026.
Wow.
You
She's
heard it
so
here.
sweet.
You
Yeah.
heard it here seventh,
You know,
folks.
if that's what makes her happy, I'm all for it. She's just delightful, isn't she?
Right?
Yeah.
Could we do an episode just on Jennifer
Hmm.
Garner?
Yeah, it's our podcast.
Oh my gosh. We've
Yeah.
never we've never talked about this shared delight in Jennifer Garner. Okay,
Hmm.
next time. I predict we will be doing an episode on Jennifer Garner in 2026. Okay. I'm going to do something here in our transparency. We have we talked about this on the podcast, our different chair levels?
I don't know. I don't know
Can we
if
let the
we've
list
definitely talked about it before we started recording.
Yeah, it's bothering me now, so here I go. I cannot go all the way down or my knees will be up to my chin, but I yeah, you now have it bothering me, so this
So
is a
for
little
the
bit better.
so I don't know, maybe the first episode we did, we just recorded like the intro episode, like what the heck are we even doing here? And then afterward, I was like, oh my God, Katie's head is all the
Katie's
way
a
at the top of the
giant.
screen. And like I was like leaning back in my chair and my head was at the bottom of the screen. It's like, this looks ridiculous. So I have my seat all the way up as high as it'll go. I have a pillow behind me to remind me to like sit up straight because
And
I'm
I'm over
trying to
here.
get and you're
Go to YouTube and make sure you see that. Or you know what? Let's cut it. Um yeah, we're the giant and the elf when that happens. So, okay. Wow. We're bringing the banter today, but we need to get to the serious topic at hand, which is houses, home trend predictions for 2026, as you said before. Um, I this feels like we are a true, real, good, and substantial podcast. We are verified, but once you do a, like, review of episode, you've really made it. This is
Well, this is a special day for us then, Katie.
this is it, and I don't know if you've gone through and taken a full look at everything here. Um,
I have.
does this make sense? To me, these kind of articles or posts, they always feel like those TV psychics who who are like, "I'm getting a sense in the audience of someone, related to someone with an M? Is there an M in the audience? Okay, and the person with the M, they have hair?" Like, these as I read through some of these things, I was like, "The these are just these are just parts of having a home?"
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
So, yeah, there were, I don't know, a handful of these. It was heavy eye roll. I was like, come on,
Yes.
we can do better than this. And a couple others, I was like, finally, thank you for talking about this.
Really? Okay,
Yeah,
I bet I can guess. I
I
bet I
bet
can
you can
guess.
too.
Yeah. Can we should we just go through them, as the list has them?
Yeah, sure, why not? And just so everyone know, in case you're not familiar, it's Houzz, HOUZZ. I think most people probably know about Houzz by now, but just in case, you
Yeah.
put it's like sort of like Pinterest. There's a bunch of pretty pictures, but you can also find a professional. You can also create your own idea books on there. Um,
Ah, that's really interesting because I think I came to House by way of actually ordering something through them, like ordering a specific light fixture. So I didn't know that it was sort of like Pinterest.
that's how it started. It started as a place to put house related
Huh.
pictures. And then they tried to create, well, they didn't try, they did. They created pro accounts. So I have a pro account. I had one a long time ago. And then they were like, well, we have all these pictures and we have pros. Maybe we can just sell some of the stuff in the picture.
Oh.
And then they figured we have all these pros and we're selling stuff from the pictures to homeowners. Maybe we should sell stuff to the pros too. So then they tried to do like a whole
Oh,
like
okay.
CRM, like manage your business in-house software
Yeah.
thing.
It sounds
Um,
like they diversified.
yeah, they sure did.
It sounds like in order to still be a company, they diversify. Got it. Okay. Oh man, those were the days when you could just be an online uh vision board
Ah,
and it worked. You could
simpler times.
that's all you needed to do. Okay. This I'm so excited that you eye rolled at things. This first one,
Mhm.
traditional details. Duh. That was my okay. Um because my take on this is yeah, uh-huh. Yes. That's it's like in the name there will always be traditional details as part of like hot take.
Yeah, I like as somebody who we create a lot of content and we try to be really thoughtful about it. So like when I read traditional details, I was like, and then
Yeah,
say
yeah.
say what comes
Like
next? Like
what what is a traditional detail at this point? They're saying things like Tudor influences and inset cabinetry and arched range hoods. I am reading the article right now. Like, I think the other thing for me was okay, when does something become a traditional detail? Is there something in architecture, in home renovation and build that is like a specific category of traditional detail, or is that just an open
so one of the
okay.
reasons that House became popular, in my opinion, I don't know what their data would say, but for professionals providing a service,
Yeah.
words like traditional or modern don't actually mean anything because it
Yes.
depends on the person who's saying the word. So house was a great tool for us service providers because we could go and say, okay, here are a bunch of different traditional kitchens. Which one of these is traditional to you? And instead of using words to describe design, we could identify pictures to do
Yeah.
it, which was
Okay.
so like, I don't know what traditional means. Like, ask 100 people and you'll get 100 different opinions about it. But what I was hoping to see is like, so like if I were making a 2026 trends list, I would say something more specific, like Victorian details in a modern application, because I think we're going to start
Mm,
seeing a lot more of that. Like cottage core was popular, right, and still a little bit is. But like if I was going to be like, what's the next thing? I would probably even make it a 2027 trend because when I start seeing it, like design, not
yeah.
just me, like design professionals are like way ahead of the curve. And
Okay.
then to get to like popular, like uh popularity, it
Yeah. Yeah.
takes like, you know, a year and a half or so. Like the house that I'm in now that Kat and I designed, when we built it, modern farmhouse wasn't a thing.
Hmm.
And we designed a modern farmhouse house. And then like modern farmhouse was everywhere. And we are like, freaking hell. Like now everyone has our house.
Now we're just like everybody else. Okay. So two things I'm hearing there are we next year make a note. We'll have you do the 2027 designed happies 2027 predictions. Um, and it sounds like you all will be redesigning your home in a Victorian style. Is that what's
Mhm.
no, what's coming after that?
After Victorian? Oh, I don't know. I just
Don't
got on
say it off.
Victorian.
Yeah, say it
Yeah.
off air
I'm
so
not gonna spill the beans.
the rest of us don't know. Then the next one here, my first response was that of a dummy, I'm going to say. The second prediction is flat panel cabinets and vanities. And I went, aren't all cabinets and vanities flat? Not understanding they meant like no, what's it called, inset or no.
On the door style.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
we would I would normally call that a slab. So it's like one rectangular piece of wood, painted, stained, whatever. There's
Mm-hmm.
no frame around it.
Slab.
There's no molding on the
Yeah.
door. um, technically, flat panel means something different. Technically, the if you think of a cabinet door or even a room door, a door, there's your your eyes and head just went down like you've never been more disappointed in something someone said ever. Like a door. Thanks,
A
idiot.
door. It's just a fun thing. You know. Wait, what kind of the cabinet? No, 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 the doors.
The
The door.
doors.
It's a my head went not disappointment in like, could we say that more? Please go on though.
So technically, we sell cabinets. So technically, when we're talking about cabinetry
Yeah,
or a door, the panel is the part that's inside the four pieces that make the frame.
right.
So when it's not a slab and there's four pieces of wood that make a frame, the centerpiece that's flat is a panel. And when it's flat, it's called a flat panel. When it's not flat, when it has a little bevel to it, or when there's some other kind of adornment, it's often called a raised panel.
Mm,
So technically, flat panel means
got it.
something a little bit different. In this sense, it's a slab door.
Okay, so this to me then, flat panel cabinets and vanities being the second prediction feels a little contradictory to the first prediction, I guess, because that seems very to me seems very modern, which
Yeah.
again, you're saying like, what does that even mean? But this feel and okay, you can have both. You can have both, but this is one that I'm curious if you agree with this.
This is where the first heavy eye roll came in. I was like,
Uh,
oh, now I understand. We're just going to say a whole bunch of stuff, and then one of these predictions is going to be right.
that's
Right? It's
right.
like, I'm going to predict that every quarterback in the NFL will win the MVP next season. And then we'll just show you the clip where I said the right name. It's
Gotcha.
like that. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Yeah. So clearly we're not here. We are not sponsored by House yet. So, okay. Our third one here is natural slab tones with subtle drama. Do we even need to? This was another like, okay. Okay. Yeah. Haven't we been doing this all along?
um, yes and no. So, in like, I don't know, the early, what is it, aughts, like
Hmm.
2005 ish, like granite was super popular.
Yeah.
Um, right. So a natural
I have some
stone, and
granite in my house to like to verify that. Yeah.
yeah, and depending on what color the granite is, you can sort of, if it's like uba tuba, which is black with a green undertone, you can be like, okay,
I
I pretty well know when that kitchen was done within a 3 or 4 year window. Um,
I thought this was another door. I was like, you just make it
uba,
up words again. Uba tuba.
uba tuba, yeah. Uh,
This is the we are gonna have too many good clips for this. Okay, please.
uba tuba. So,
Uba tuba.
and then people were like, okay, we get granite, don't really want the speckle anymore.
Uh-huh.
And then quartz started to become a lot more popular
Yeah.
for a bunch of different reasons. And then quartz that looked like marble was super popular for a long time because people like the look of marble but don't want the maintenance of marble. This is a whole episode. We'll do a countertop episode at some point.
I can't wait.
Um,
Yeah.
but in the last couple of years, natural stone slabs with, I don't know, subtle drama is, I take or leave that part. I don't know. Quartzite is a natural stone
Okay.
that's very popular now. And depending on the type of quartzite, it could be very dramatic, like big, like patterns that are in it. It could be pretty cool. Um,
What
so
is the is quartzite a uh like what color is quartzite? What is is it one color or could it be light
mm-mm.
or dark or okay.
It could be a bunch of different colors. I was
Okay.
just in a stone yard 2 days ago with a client, and we were looking for one type of countertop, and then she saw something and she was like, nope, that's the one I want. And it's quartzite, and it's a beige color.
Oh,
You
okay.
could find quartzite that's a lot lighter than that, like almost white. We did a kitchen that's won a couple awards that's green. It has green quartzite. So there's
Okay.
there's
Yeah.
you can find gray, there's gray, there's a bunch of different colors. The the more rare it is, the more expensive it is. But again, that's for a different episode.
Okay, so the main part of this prediction is the natural
Yeah.
stone piece.
I
Okay.
I I agree, natural stone slabs, specifically quartzite, and
Yeah.
then take or leave the subtle drama. I'm not sure I agree with that part, but
Okay. The next one is checkerboard everywhere. And I was wondering if they meant checkerboard flooring
mhm.
everywhere. Yes?
I I think so. Yeah. I think that's
Okay.
what they mean. I don't know I necessarily agree
Mm,
with it, but if you've, especially in like a foyer in a traditional house, there would be two different types of marble,
yeah.
and that sort of makes a checkerboard
Right. Got it.
pattern. And that was popular a long time ago, and it was more subtle a long time ago. And then in like the
Uh-huh.
80s, it was like black and white.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the way that I'm seeing it come back a little more is back to that more subtle checkerboard.
Okay. This is what this maybe feels as real style wise as they get, or as specific style wise as they get in this list.
Hmm.
And I appreciate that, even if I don't necessarily appreciate checkerboard. I think it's a personal thing. And that's not, this isn't about Katie's judgment of 2026 trends, but
Oh,
um
I thought it was. That's what I thought this whole episode was, you
no,
judging the list.
I was just saying it so that people wouldn't think. Um this is where I was when it said checkerboard everywhere, I was like on the walls, like the everywhere. Because the picture they have with it is a lovely, it's a lovely style. This is one though that goes back to our feedback episode.
Hmm.
As I looked at the design example they had for this, I was like, oh, I like this enough. I don't love it. And I went through the what don't you like about it? And what I came to was, oh, I'm not sure. Um, I like some eclectic design elements. I, and I would have said before that I think checkerboard's cool, but as I looked at it, I was like, I'm not sure it's for me. And here's why, and kind of went through it. So this one was also for me was that like I did a bit of practicing feedback on that.
Yeah, look at you giving yourself good feedback.
All these episodes are interconnected. Yeah, look at that. So checkerboard everywhere, but not in my home. Um, anything else about that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. This is a I we have so much to say on these that I'm like I'm like we got to get through the whole list. Wall mounted bathroom faucets.
I wouldn't say they're good. I don't agree they're going to be a trend in 2026. I think for the people who like that kind of thing, I imagine we're going to do the same amount of wall mounted faucets this year that we did last year.
Do people usually choose that more? Is that more an aesthetic and a style or a function?
It's normally more of a style
Okay.
thing, like, and it's normally more modern.
Yeah.
It is nice functionally though. If if you're the type of person that gets water all over the countertop, like Cat and I have two sinks in the
Hmm.
bathroom, and we have very different relationships to the sink.
Yeah.
And one of us is one way, and the other is the other way. So if you're the type of person that has water all over the countertop, it is easier to clean the countertop up
Oh,
if the faucet's on. So there is some functional. It's also harder to install, but that again, we'll talk about plumbing
oh my
fixtures
gosh.
in the
No,
future.
that I can't wait because what you just said is more relevant than you'll ever know because I'm the person who, whatever sink I am at, I am always trying to get the water off of
Mm.
around this. I'm like drying it. So maybe this is for me. Okay. Zoned built-ins.
Hmm.
Agree, disagree, eye roll.
Mm, no eye roll. When I read it, like their picture was more of like it looked like a family room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so then I had a little bit of pause. Like when I first read it, I my first thought was a kitchen because like, do you know the kitchen triangle? Like everyone is always when you're designing a kitchen, you got to keep in mind the triangle where the sink is, where the refrigerator is,
Oh,
and where
okay,
the
yeah.
cook right that
Yes.
triangle.
Yeah.
Um, and that's still relevant, but what we also talk about now are zones in the kitchen and how we design different zones for different things. So you want to have two people in the kitchen at the same time, maybe the triangle is actually the sink is a prep sink. And that way a different person can be washing dishes at the same
Mm,
time that someone is cooking. So you're not like right next to one another. Or if one person cooks and one person bakes and you want to do those things at the same time, having a baking zone in the kitchen. So I'm not seeing a whole lot of like zone built-ins in like a family room.
right.
But
Uh, is that kitchen zoning something you think might be a 2027 trend? Might make it to the rest of us by, or is it already here? Did
it's
I
hard
miss
for
it?
you. I'm sorry, Katie. Um, yeah, we've been talking about it for a little bit now. I don't
Okay.
know. Yeah, I don't know why it's not more mainstream. I mean, people in the industry are talking about it. So, if you're working with a thoughtful designer, you should be having a conversation about like kitchen
Yeah.
zones.
And you really do a lot of cooking. I'm thinking of my father-in-law, shout out Pete, who like his kitchen is set up as like a chef's kitchen, basically. So sounds like it would be really relevant there.
Hmm.
Okay. All right.
Hmm.
So we're saying zone built-ins. We don't buy it. Um, Art Deco influences. I thought we already did. It was my I was like, I thought this already happened. And I like that in the picture they show they're really like affirming the checkerboard as well, which I is that Art Deco? Is
This was
what
another
isn't?
heavy, heavy eye roll on this one. I was like, okay, so
Yeah.
traditional and flat panel and Art Deco is like, what else do you want to throw in the list?
Natural stone
Like,
slabs and art deck. You
yeah,
can't have both house.
let's put mid-century modern on the list too. Why not?
Okay. Well, I think they're about to because number 8 is warm yellow accents, which again, I was like, yep. Yeah, didn't we all want the mustard or the word's escaping me, the better word than mustard, ecru, uh,
Oh, I don't know. Ochre?
velour couch.
Oh, look at you.
I think ecru's, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, is a little more green, but 8 on their list is warm yellow accents. Yes, I thought that had I thought that has been happening for the last 5 years. Nothing else to say. 9 is outdoor garden rooms, which we have to say, Mark Cashin, friend of the pod, former guest, did he did he mention this one?
He did. Yeah, when we were like, what's popular? What and he's like outdoor living space.
This is
Um,
me looking at you going, I can't remember. Please help. TJ, did you say this?
yeah,
Like,
yes, he did. I listened to the podcast, so
oh,
he did, yeah,
that's nice of you.
and yeah, right. Got to get listeners somehow, Katie.
Look, I'm busy. I've
um,
I'm following all these sports teams and I've gotta keep up with Ben and Jen
yeah,
Garner.
hmm
Anyway,
yeah.
outdoor
So
garden
yeah,
rooms.
and Mark was talking about like if there's a condo and there's some shared community garden space, but then one of the units has like a private outdoor space with that, like
Yeah.
that one's going to be worth like, yeah, he was talking about it. Hmm.
What's the difference though between outdoor garden rooms and patio?
Outdoor garden room gets people to click on their article, I think.
That's fair.
It's
That's
I think it's clickbait.
good playhouse. Okay. This is where we get into what we get really excited about because number 10 is transparent renovation projects. Yeah.
Enthusiastic thumbs up.
This is where House is like, let's tie this up with a nice little bow.
Hmm.
What you really want is to feel seen. This is where it becomes therapy. But since this is what we're all about at Designed Happy, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm super on board because my experience has been it doesn't matter how much money you have or how much money you're spending.
Hmm.
You want to understand where it's going. And
Yeah.
some companies are very opaque, opaque with money, opaque with the process, opaque with timing, and it just makes things so much harder. So uh, when Designed Happy started as a blog in 2014, a big part of the reason I started writing it was to give people transparency about so there's like thank you house for like good job house using your
Right.
platform for this.
Yeah. And also, duh, like, this is just a fact. Like, who wouldn't want, it- who wants op- opacity?
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I'm to
I'll give you $300,000 and I don't care how you spend it.
don't tell me anything. And in fact, do things I don't want you to do. The next one is the one that I get feels a little less duh and a little more like, oh, I wonder how many people understand this is uh, an option. Um, because 11, their last prediction is that immersive visualization will become the new blueprint in 2026. Too late, House. We're already doing it here. It's called
Uh,
real time design. It's called,
that's what we call it.
yeah. How was it when you saw this?
I was happy to see it. We've been doing it this way for a very long time.
Hmm.
Part of that is luck and part of that is strategy. The luck part is when I was a freshman in college, all of the like there was a big um 3D modeling boom. Like there was a ton of software that came out that year.
Huh.
So I got like really into it and I was like, this is gonna change everything. And then when I started working with homeowners and doing it the heavy air quotes normal way, because that's the way the firm I worked at wanted to do it, and it's all just flat lines on paper, and people can't, they don't understand. Like they're not trained to know what that looks like. And basically all of the stuff we do, I did for Kat, and now I just do it for everyone. So Kat's an
Thanks,
attorney.
Kat.
Yeah, thanks, Kat. Kat, opposite side of the brain from me. So Kat's like a normal one of our clients. She has trouble visualizing what stuff is going to look like.
Uh-huh.
So built it. Anything we wanted to do, build a 3D model of it. She gives feedback, change the model in real time. So like we've been doing this immersive visualization thing for 25 years. Um, and it has gotten more popular over the last 10, and different companies do it differently. We do it very differently from we do it in real time with our clients.
Hmm.
We change the model while they're giving us feedback. So we're working on it together. It's very collaborative. I don't know anyone else that does it that way, and that's fine. Not everybody needs to do it that way. Anything is better than nothing. What's
Hmm.
really cool now is there are companies that can take 3D um, images and create a virtual walkthrough. So, like, we can put people in VR goggles if they want to do that, but like, if you do, you know Matterport,
Yeah.
like, right? So, like, if you want to buy a house, you can do a virtual walkthrough. And Matterport was really like the pioneer in like doing those, getting the camera out there and doing the virtual walkthrough. So there's companies now where you can create a 3D image and they will create a virtual walkthrough for you based on a handful of 3D images. It's
Yeah.
there's no like you can't change it in real time, but people can have a really different relationship, like click a couple buttons on your computer screen or your phone or whatever, and you could walk through your new addition instead of just looking at a floor plan.
It's really neat when you share about experiences with clients, um, their reaction to both being able to see it in being able to see it in an immersive way, but then to make the changes there that they're like, "This is so cool. This is so cool." And sometimes you're like, "We haven't even gotten to the cool part yet." Um, it's Do you think that one day, far off in the future, homeowners, designers will be like, "Can you imagine we used to do it without people actually being able to, like,
Mhm.
to see it in real time?"
Yeah, for sure, and, especially as AI gets better,
Yeah.
this thing that we do that's nobody else still really nobody else does it the way we do it.
Yeah.
At some point in the next handful of years, AI will do it for people. So yeah, and I think at that point, it won't be a competitive advantage for us anymore. But that's
We
fine.
need to we've got others.
Yeah, that's
We've
right.
got You can't
It's fine.
replace this. You can't get this from AI. So, we're not worried.
Uh,
We're not
um,
worried.
but yeah, look,
Okay.
I will be happy when it is available for everyone because it'll help people make better decisions about what they do with their home. So I'm looking forward to the point in time when we're like, that was crazy when we used to put lines on a piece of paper and expect people to make decisions.
Yeah. Yeah. That is awesome. Okay. So be on the lookout for our 2027 predictions episode coming months from now, but I think we should start working on that now. Great. Anything
Yeah.
we missed? Anything you think House missed?
No, no, I mean, it's a look, they
No, because they tried to cover, they cast a
yeah.
really wide net. Yeah.
Right. Right. Look, I'm sure we're talking about the list. So look, mission accomplished, House.
Nice
You did
job,
it.
House.
You did it.
Okay.
Yeah. And so listen, before we wrap up here, what's the over under on Katy Perry and the Justin Trudeau's relationship? Like how,
Okay, I gotta be honest, whenever somebody asks me the over under, I don't know what scale we're working on. I
you make up the scale.
Okay, I will say I think it is incredibly likely that they will not be a couple by the end of Q1 2026.
Wow.
Very
Okay.
likely I would be willing to I if I'm wrong there, I will issue a public apology to both of them here on this podcast. And I will send them a like housewarming or engagement if that happens gift.
Okay.
I'm going to stop now because I'm going to stop here and now. Okay,
We did it, Katie.
we did it. Till next time.
See you then.
Bye.